Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. I have a new camera here that I'm using today, so I'm just trying to orient myself to it and get stuff, or get familiarized, right? And yeah, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well and are blessed. And I just wanted to do a little bit of a update on what's going on my hair growth journey. And to all of my new subscribers and those who have are coming back, first, welcome to my new subscribers, and then also for you who are coming back to see again, I really appreciate you for visiting with me today. I'm really blessed and humbled by that, and I appreciate your being here. And I'm just, my name is Ree. I'm on a hair growth journey, and more importantly than the growth, I want to get my hair back into good condition, in which I'm working on. And I just wanted to give you an update because so I had a consultation and I learned some things about what's going on with my hair, right? And so of course a lot of this stuff I've chalked it up as well, going through the change, right? Certain little areas of breakage and that kind of thing. And then I explained to you in my previous videos just spraying a little bit of rose water on my skin. It's been hot and dry climate, so trying to keep my skin moisturized and trying to keep my hair moisturized, right? Well, I had a consultation and I realized the reason my hair had been breaking off, I thought it was the hot temperature for my, well, I explained it in previous videos. At the end of last year, I noticed a lot of breakage, and I also noticed that I had my flat iron on high, unbeknownst to me, which now, when you see my videos, and I'm doing my flat iron, you see me put on my glasses and actually visualize what the temp is on the hot iron, because unbeknownst to me, I had moved the dial up. And it was at 500, believe it or not. So I thought that's what caused the damage, and I believe it did, because I did get a lot of heat damage to my hair. So my ends are very stringy. And but I also learned at the consultation the reason it, it's been a little rough, and the texture just has not been the way I'm used to it being. And I went over the products and things that I've been using, and I have protein overload, and I also have low porosity hair. And I never address porosity or anything in regards to my hair. I usually just see my hair as being coarse hair, so I follow like hydrating, moisturizing, practices for those who have coarse, curly, kinky, coarse hair, right? And so that's what I've always known my hair to be. I've never paid attention to the hair type, or I never paid attention to the porosity level or anything like that. And I see these are things that they're talking about in these times in the hair community. And they may have always talked about it, but I've never heard any of my hairstylists address my hair in regards to porosity or hair type or anything like that. I'm just learning a lot of this stuff. I started looking up this stuff online, and it's a thing. It's really a thing, right? Okay, so I got this camera phone. I'm used to using the phone for recording, and so I got this other device, this camera device, and just checking it out, see if it could be better use. But yeah, so that's what's going on. So I had to make some adjustments. And the reason is because I've been putting a lot of products that had protein and not so good for low porosity hair. Okay, so I've been doing some research, and I'm just gonna read directly from off of my notes here. First things first, what is low porosity hair? Now that just means that your hair cuticles, the outer layer of your strands, are tight and closed. It makes it hard for moisture or even product to get in. Now here's where the protein comes in. Just want to say, just from what I know off of my head, your hair shaft, the length of your hair is made up of 3 sections. It is the outer section, which is the cuticle. The middle section is the cortex, where all your protein and all of that is. And then there is, on some parts of your hair, you have what is called a medulla. It's the most inner part, right? So when we're talking about porosity of hair, we're talking about that outer layer, which is the cuticle. So I just want to make that clarification. I might have a diagram that I can put up to show you all as well. Now here's where protein comes in when we're talking about the cuticle. A lot of products market it for strengthening or repairing or restorative. They have protein in them. And while protein is good in moderation, too much of it on low porosity hair can cause big problems. And this is what's been going on with my hair, big problems. Why? Well, because your hair is already pretty strong, when you pile on the protein, it doesn't absorb. It sits on the top and building up and making your hair feel stiff, dry, brittle, and just not right. And haven't I been saying that my hair just hasn't been feeling right? Now, if your curls are feeling rough, snapping easily, or not holding moisture like they used to, protein overload could be the culprit. So what can you do? First, check your products, and that's what I did. I went through the products I've been using. Now, I have been using hydrating products, Moroccan oil, they have hydrating products. What I'm learning is that most of our shampoos, most of our products are gonna have some protein in them, but what we wanna do is stay away from those products that mention, let's say that, like I just said, strengthening or repairing. Those products are going to be more in the line of protein treatments. If you see on the label of your products that it's a treatment for a protein treatment or something like that, then you want to stay away from that if you have low porosity hair. Products like Afro-G and things of that nature are very strong for our hair. I didn't know that. I don't know if I've always had low porosity hair, because for years I've always used Afro-G as like a protein, protein treatment, right? And so I always thought, well, I balance my hair if I'm using the moisturizing and hydrating products. If I'm using a lot of moisturizer, I have to balance that with protein. And so that was just off the top of my head knowing that. And then when I had gone to the hair salon, some of my hairstylists would use Afro-G on my hair, but I can't recall if they were using it because I had breakage or anything like that. And so there's no reason for me to use Afro-G. And at the end of last year, I also did an Afro-G treatment. Well, lo and behold, if you've been following my journey, I'm on my rest from silky presses from the flat iron. And during my rest break, I've been taking care of my hair, doing my little rituals every week, moisturizing and all of that, not using heavy products, not piling my hair with heavy oils or anything like that, keeping things light. But I did an Afro-G treatment, and I thought I was doing something good for my hair.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I thought it would help my hair get revitalized, just like it did back in the day when we used to use it. But when I did that, I had like these stringy pieces, those stringy, heat damaged, heat trained, heat damaged pieces that were hanging on my hair. A lot of that broke off. what I learned is that a lot of the things I've been doing and practices I've been doing for the past several years, not just from the end of last year, but for the last several years, has caused this damage. And I know for a fact, a hairdresser told me years ago that you can damage your hair and it not be present immediately, but it can later be present. If you put peroxide or something on your hair, it may thrive and look good today, but later on down the line, you can experience breakage and things of that nature. It's the same with like too much protein or whatever you're doing to cause damage to your hair. Immediately, it may not be an effect, but later on down the line, there could be an effect. So yeah, so going over my hair routine for the past several years, I used henna on my hair. Recently, prior to my using henna, I would always use semi-permanent or a cellophane. 22, 23 is when I started using henna again. Years back, I used to use henna, the store-bought henna, Bijin, or Bijin, or however you pronounce it. No problems, no breakage, always did my hair well. But recently I used what I would consider a better brand henna, like a more organic and authentic henna. And yeah, that too was the culprit for, damage to my hair, because I learned some things about henna. I can't really say too much about the chemistry of what it does to your hair, but what they say is that it stays in your hair shaft and can cause damage to your hair or breakage to your hair months after your usage. And I stopped using henna at the beginning of 2024. And the way I color my hair now is just regular cellophane. Now, my hair is not colored now because in the past month I've just been keeping in braids. I haven't been putting any cellophane or anything in it. I was just allowing my hair to rest from heat. But now, change of plan, not only am I allowing my hair to rest from heat, but I am also re-moisturizing my hair using moisturizing products that have no protein in them, that are generally for just really, low porosity hair like mine. And I'm using those products to regenerate moisture in my hair. And I feel it, because when I feel the roots of my hair, it's very spongy. Those little stringy pieces, a lot of them are breaking off and going away, in which I expected them to do because I knew they were damaged, severely heat trained and damaged. And I knew eventually there would be a time when those pieces would be breaking off too. So that's what this process is about, me learning what I've been doing to my hair, the practices I've been implementing that is causing the damage. And I feel like if I'm doing this, maybe some of you are doing it too, and that's why I'm sharing my journey, learning along the way. I'm not trying to use my hair as a experiment or anything like that. I'm legitimately using products that I feel are good for my hair, and the experiment in and of itself is just to see if I can get it to grow, right? But I am using good professional products that I have used for many years, and that has done my hair well, products that have been recommended to me by other professionals. So I'm not just putting any old thing on my hair just to see what it's gonna do. I know that might be trending for other channels, but you're not gonna see that here. I'm just using good products, traditional products that I feel that would do my hair good. And so right now, I got some products that I wanna show you that I feel is really good, peppermint and rosemary, and it's been making my hair feel really good. And I've been using that to rehydrate and moisturize my hair. I'll definitely show you those at the end of, this, right? Okay, so what can you do? First, check your products, and that's what I did. I checked all of my products, and I realized even the Moroccan oil, the hydrating mask, that mask, I was told the real intense hydrating mask is too heavy for my hair. I've been using that as my conditioner, but I was told it's better to use the Moroccan oil shampoo and then the hydrating shampoo and then the Moroccan oil hydrating conditioner, which is in the tall white bottle, right? So I'm going to show you those products at the end. Those are my go-to, week to week products. Using that hair mask for my hair type may have been too heavy for my hair. Not so much that because it has protein in it, but because it's just a heavier mask. And they do have a weightless mask, Moroccan oil. I've never bought it, I've never used it, but I'm gonna stick to the regular conditioner, which I had stopped using that and was using the hydrating mask every week. Too heavy for my hair, and also if I want to use it, not to use it every week, but to use it maybe once a month or as a treatment if my hair needs it. And so what I'm learning is that I have fallen into the practices that I don't know if I'm looking into the camera or not. Forgive me if I'm looking at the, oh, you guys.
Got him! Got him!
I'm looking at the light, but the lens is right here. And there is my face over here. So I look over there just to see if I'm okay in the camera and all of that. But I'm looking off over into the light, so you guys may see me looking off here or there. Forgive me. So much that I've learned through that consultation, man. Very important to talk to your professionals and go to a professional when you're doing your own hair and get advice, get recommendations of products and things of that nature. It's very important that we should do that, right? And so I've fallen into that same habit that maybe many of you have fallen into, or women with my type of hair fall into the category of always wanting to either put products on the hair. Now, I'm not guilty of putting a lot of butters or oils and stuff like that, but they were mentioning that we want to fill this slip and all these other things that we want to feel, and all these other things that we want our hair to feel some certain type of way. But we have to get used to learning our own hair, learning how our hair feels. And if I have kinky, coily hair, my hair is going to feel kinky and coily, like wool. It's not going to feel like something else. Like, a lot of times when we wet our hair and we put conditioners in our hair, we feel like we want our hair to feel that way once we blow dry and get ready to flat iron. Whether you're wearing a wash and go or all of those products that make our hair feel slippery, if you have low porosity hair like mine, you can be adding too much product and it could be product buildup. And then I had to go and put an Afro-G on my hair, and that's what did it. I did a clarifying detox. And then a week later, I did the Afro-G. And I think both of those just kind of really weakened my hair. Thank God I had been moisturizing it and keeping it in condition and doing regular weekly maintenance. And I like to keep my hair clean and brushed, and all of those things help with the strength of my hair. But from the years of the henna and the heavy proteins and using Afro-G and that kind of thing, that is probably what caused my hair those ends to just break off. So that's what's going on with me. And so right now, I'm just being very gentle with my hair. I'm gonna put it up in individual braids, and before I do that though, I'm gonna make sure my hair is moisturized and not breaking off through the braids. And so I'll talk about that at another time. I told you what my plan was on one of the last videos, so make sure you go and check it out. But that plan I'm still gonna go and put on some individual braids just because the summer is hot. I'm not gonna leave them in long. I never leave my individuals in long. but I want to make sure that my hair is not going to be breaking off while I put in the individuals. Make sure that my hair is pretty much protected, right? I want to let it rest for like a month, maybe 6 weeks, even a month and 2 weeks. And I'm going to do the individuals myself, so they're not going to be spectacular or anything, just something to put my hair up. So that's the plan with me. But yeah, I checked most of my products and they all contained protein, but the deal breaker was doing an AphoG when my hair didn't even need it. AphoGs are specific, and you know, I was just doing it because, oh, my hair needs protein. That's not why you use AphoG, and yet I did use it. And so I'm following a lot of the practices that I'm trying to break, and I'm sharing these practices with you all because I'm pretty sure you guys are doing the same thing. And this is what is keeping my hair from growing past a certain length, all of these practices. And so I'm dispelling all of that. I am getting rid of those practices because I am determined.
Let's go.
So what can you do? So you want to check your products. If everything you're using says strengthening, reconstructing, or has ingredients like keratin, collagen, silk protein, and those are the amino acids I was talking about, or hydrolyzed wheat, it might be too much. So keep in mind of that, and then switch to moisturizing products with ingredients like aloe vera, honey, glycerin, or coconut milk. These are humectants that help draw moisture into your hair without the heavy protein. Now, there is also something about humectants that I learned. You see, when you look up a lot of this stuff, you get in the books and read this section or that section, it'll tell you some general advice, but then there are some specifics which you need to really follow up with a professional, because a professional told me about the humectants. Depending on the climate that you're in, your humectants may or may not be a good thing. And so that's something you have to look up. I can't explain that. All I know is that humectants draw moisture to your hair. And if you live in a dry climate or a humid climate, there is a difference in how those humectants can affect your hair. So look that up. I can't give you that detail here, but so what she recommended was by First Botany. It's called Therapeutic Gentle Rosemary Hair Growth Conditioner, and it has peppermint and rosemary. It's enhanced with shea butter and essential oils. It's sulfate-free and paraben-free, made in the USA. Now, I've never been a, this is the conditioner, and this is the shampoo. Now, I've never really been I hope this is, you see, my phone used to do it the correct way. I hope the words are correct, but I did say what it is. It's First Botany, and I'll put it on the screen as well. Peppermint rosemary hair growth shampoo and conditioner. And I'm not recommending these products to you. I've only used this one time, which was within the last week. So give me some time to keep working with this product to see how it works with my hair. But so far, so good. I like the way it makes my hair feel. I like the way it makes my scalp feel. You know how we love to feel things like peppermint, and tea tree is another good, product in your moisturizing, tea tree oil for moisturizing your hair. Those kind of things, we like that kind of menthol-like feeling, cooling feeling on our hair, the scalp, and that kind of thing. And so I like products like that. But this definitely gives you that feeling. I wanted to talk about also, I'm not sure if you guys remember Kathy Howes, but see, I'm old school, so many years ago, I used to use her products from Ultra Black Hair, UBH. Oh, she used to have some of the best products. Their products are not online anymore, but just really good products. And I used to love that feel of, I don't know if she had peppermint, I forget what it was in her conditioner. I don't know if it was peppermint or tea tree or some kind of menthol or something, but it would just have this really good cooling effect when you put your heat cap on or get under the blow dryer. It would just really feel good. And she used to talk about, you know, our hair, that most Black women's hair tends to be low porosity. And I've heard her talk about that long time ago, that our kinky curly hair needs lots of moisture. And I've always known that for many years. So that is probably my saving grace for why I still have hair on my head, that I don't really have any scalp defects or problems, and that if I do get breakage or something, I can immediately identify it. And as I know, the moisturizing really takes care of a lot of the problems I have, because my hair is prone to be dry. I've never had the problem of moisture overload. I'm moisturizing my hair every week, and yet my hair, you know, has that good elasticity in the root. The ends tend to be a bit more heat trained. And I told you they had those stringy pieces that were just dead, lingering pieces. I'm not gonna cut them off. I just let them, you know, fall off on their own. I did do a trim on one of my last videos, and you'll see that. But I'm not cutting all that stuff off. If it drops off, it drops off, right? I just know when I do it, and I keep my ends nice and neat. If those pieces drop off, let them drop off. They're meant to drop off, but I'm not going to cut them off. Definitely not going to do that. She used to talk about making sure our hair is moisturized. She also used to stress the importance of keeping the scalp clean. And with her product line, her advice was to make sure we washed our hair 2 times a week, right? Every 3 days or every 3 to 4 days, wash your hair and then apply the moisturizing products. Not necessarily do a flat iron every 2 to 3 days. She said it was okay to even flat iron weekly, and which is what I did that first month, just what I was saying, getting my hair back into condition. So that's why I learned that method, not just from the professionals that used to do that when I used to get my hair done. Whenever I hadn't been to the salon for a long time, maybe I had my hair up in braids or something like that, or just wasn't going to getting it done. And then finally, when I go get it done, they would advise more regular visits. I guess when I learned Kathy Howell's advised this too with her UBH products, you know, you could say, well, she's just marketing and she just wants you to use her products so you can use them up so you can buy them. Or there is something to that, because I've heard other hairdressers or hairstylists or professional stylists state that as well. What I do know is when I do the silk press and flat iron, my hair feels better and it grows faster. So this is the Moroccan oil. I really hope this is reading the correct way on the camera. I don't have my glasses on, and even if I put my glasses on, I don't think I can see the details if it is reading from right to left or left to right. I had my phone set when I was using the phone recorder. When I would put stuff up, you could read it in the right way. So I might have to set that in this camera as well. But so this is like the week to week, and keeping my hair moisturized, like when I'm wearing it like this or whatever. And I'm starting to use this week to week too, right? I'm going to use this instead of Moroccan oil. When you're using these products that have the different, you know, things in it, you just have to clarify your hair, right? And so this is what I have been using from week to week. But I was using this because this is low. It's kind of like right here now. I can see it like right here. So it's low, and so I just haven't had this sitting up in my shower, not using that. I haven't used this for months, but I've been using the one that's the Intense. This is what I was talking about earlier, the Intense moisturizing mask. A good mask, but just too heavy for my hair. And so they do have one with a white top on it. It looks similar to this bottle, but it's called the weightless mask. But to be frank with you, if I am hydrating my hair weekly and my hair is not in any kind of bad condition or anything, there's no need for me to put a heavy mask on it, especially since I learned that I have low porosity hair, right? And so just wanted to share with y'all, so if anybody got into the trap like I got into, this can help enlighten you, right? And so just try to share what I've learned. Yeah, so let's just treat our hair with love, and if we get caught up and don't know what to do, just go ask your professional. Ask your professional stylist. So let's just stay informed. Let's listen to our hair, listen to the hair's needs. And if your hair is doing fine and you're not having any breakage, or your hair is thriving, don't go out trying to do treatments and stuff like that just because you can find yourself doing damage to it. I would say stay away from hennas because they can do damage to your hair later on that you don't expect. That's another takeaway. And then also I wanted to mention back on another video, I talked about how I used to, be in the salons all the time, and some of the stylists were my friends, right? And so I would just be hanging out in the salon, me and a couple of my friends all day. We liked doing hair, and that's probably why I'm on this YouTube talking about hair, because maybe if I hadn't chose the career I chose, I would probably have chose cosmetology or something like that. It's just a joy for me to watch others do hair. It's a joy for me to talk about it and learn from them. And there's so much in-depth information about the science of hair that we need to know when we're doing our own hair. And it's okay to ask the professionals. They are our friends. They have always been my friends. And I made the mistake of saying I used to love to support the women of doing my hair, but don't get it twisted. I had a couple of male hairstylists that were on point, baby. On point. There was Bobby, and then the other gentleman, my niece, introduced me to him, and I can't think of his name. He was a realtor. He had it going on, and he would do the best of hair. My hair would just be flowing and looking good. Not only did I like to support the women who are in the business of doing hair, but also the men as well. They were doing good hair, and so yeah. So what you see here is just, no color on my hair. No, it's just bare nothing. It has been detoxed, it's been stripped from all the protein and product buildup. And now I'm in the re-moisturizing phase. I'm not putting any semi-color on it. I'm not doing anything. So you see my hair just really, it's the color it is when it's not cellophane or whatever. And I just put it in two little satin, what are these things here? These little satin scrunchies. They're satin, so it makes it easier on the ends. And put it in these two things. I'm not even gonna braid it in cornrows. I did have it in cornrows before, but I'm not even gonna do that. And then I have a little bit, like 2 drops on each side of Moroccan oil, focused on the ends. And it's just like this. And so what I'm learning to do is just get used to how my hair feels without products and stuff. I want to put some of this on here because this is good too, I'll tell you. Here's another product. It's the Moroccan oil. It's a hydration styling cream. And this is like when my hair is like this is what I would usually put on my hair, and it will make it real soft and that kind of, not slick, but it makes it feel softer or whatever. And so it's a really good styling cream, and it's not like I'll never use it again, but it's not necessary because I don't want the buildup, and I'm trying to learn how my hair feels. How does my hair feel like when I wash it, condition it, put a leave-in, and blow dry it? It's been blow drying. Put some little Moroccan oil on the ends and just put it up. How does my hair feel? And this is how it feels. and doesn't mean it's out of condition, doesn't mean it's breaking or nothing, no breakage. This is how my hair feels, and I want to get used to that. And we need to get used to that. Those of us, these low porosity, kinky, curly hair gals, we need to get used to our hair feeling natural, instead of putting a bunch of stuff and gunk in our hair to try to create curls and stuff and then say, this is my natural hair. No, this is my natural hair, right? Yeah. Without all the junk on it. Okay, so even though I was trying to stay away from piling stuff on my hair, even in my attempts to do that, I was still piling stuff in my hair, right? So you live and you learn, and yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, make sure that you ask your professionals, right? And have any comments, please comment down below. Give me a like, because it does help the channel grow. The comments help me to make better, content. And yeah, share the channel if you like, and turn on your notifications so you'll know when I will post another video. All right, thank you all for stopping by. God bless you.